Greetings, everyone. I am Prime Studios, and welcome back to another live stream. Uh, Today we are going to be exploiting some glitches in the DS emulator for Transformers Decepticons, and I have some special guests with us, so I will let them introduce themselves.
Hello, I'm Hunter from TFR Productions. I am the director of the upcoming animated film, The Talesman Chronicles.
Uh,
Uh,
Oh, is it my turn?
yeah, it's.
yes.
Sorry, I was lost. I thought my thing was glitching out. Anyway, hey, what's up, everyone? My name is Lucas L123, or Marsman988, as my Discord says. But you can just call me Lucas for short. I'm becoming quite a face in the Transformers community. I've been a fan all my life, and I'm doing big stuff with it as well as a lot of other stuff in the future.
All right. That was. That's all right. That's all right. So as I said, we're gonna be just hanging out, talking while I do some glitches on the DS emulator. So let's get started. No, I do not want music, and no, I do not want display. There we go, game capture. Um, Hold on, let me just share my screen for you guys. All right,
So there we go.
can you guys see it?
Right. Yeah.
All right. I'm just gonna turn down the audio just a bit so that I can hear you guys better. All right, there we go. Randy, how's it going? Kirio, what's up? I was just being a Jaden simp as usual. I am still confused on who that is. Luca, you may know. Lucas.
Animator, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's an animator.
we, 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 we gotta add that bit at the beginning as a highlight. Well, I didn't even know it was my turn.
Just an odd minute of pause, and then it's just. Oh wait, it's my turn. So,
We'll just say it was a dramatic pause.
Yeah,
dramatic pause.
dramatic pause.
Yeah. Yeah, that. Oh no, we gotta start all over again. And we're live too.
Uh-oh. Oh, shit,
God.
we're on national television.
Alright. So, do the glitch. I gotta switch to the attack helicopter.
Helicopter, helicopter.
Also, feel free to say whatever you want. Oh shit, did I already? Yeah, here it is, attack helicopter. Alright. Yeah.
Shockwave or
Yeah, it'll be Shockwave.
I remember playing back in the day, going through all the battles in All Spark Wars to finally get the jet.
Mm-hmm.
Then I got rid of my DS, and I immediately regretted it. I'm like, after all that grinding.
Yeah, that must have sucked.
Yeah.
What was All Spark Wars like? Because I never had the chance to play it.
I would have been so sick.
Oh my god, the emulator's killing itself right now.
Oh
God, it's going at 36, 37 frames. I don't know, maybe I need to change down the block size. That usually seems to work. I drew Ulif the Orange from BotBots. Have you guys seen BotBots?
I haven't.
I haven't.
Have not.
That's for like what, like really little kids, I think. What is Botbots? Like the audience for Botbots? We're gonna find that out today. Congratulations, it's still dying.
Oh no.
Ah, man.
This was real life. Shockwave would so win.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Then
Like, could you? Sorry, go ahead.
Starscream is a pretty cold motherfucker in the Bayverse, especially in the first movie. So
Yeah, he is.
Could you imagine what would have happened if we had gotten this Shockwave instead of the one from Dark of the Moon? How that would have gone?
I actually made a little theory about that.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
He was
Here.
secretly there, but just never really showed himself. So he's just like this.
That's a good point.
Yeah, so he was basically just like this big, huge, fat, purple thing, just chilling in all the trees, barely noticed by anyone, and he's so silent as well.
That's why he showed up on the newspaper in Revenge of the Fallen. That Easter
What's
egg.
the name with this?
Yeah, there when was it Devastator showed up. There's a newspaper that has Shockwave on it.
I mean,
That-
you're gonna have to send me a link to the scene.
After
I know
the,
what
will.
scene you're talking about now that I think about it.
Yeah, it's the one where Devastator starts sucking on sand.
Oh yeah, shit.
I don't like sand.
It's coarse and rough and irritating. Gets everywhere.
Made me do a little fan casting. Hayden Christensen as Sandman in the MCU.
Yeah, people have been saying that. Well, technically,
Yeah,
we already have someone as Sandman in the MCU. It's called the guy who played him in Spider-Man 3.
Oh, but that's Raimi vs. Sandman.
Ah,
Sandman
true.
versus Sandman.
Yeah, but would they really do like two versions and confuse the audience? Unless you're like a hardcore Spider-Man fan.
Yeah, I mean, well, not confuse the audience, but they should do like two. They should get a different actor. I mean, Thomas Hayden Church was already in Spider-Man 3.
Yeah.
Besides, he's already been cured.
I will say, out of the Bayverse films, like in Dark of the Moon, I will say there's probably, in my theories, there are probably at least two Decepticons that were in the background, and one of them was pretty much a witness to Starscream and Megatron's deaths. And
Astro Train, right?
yeah, like I agree with that theory wholeheartedly. I really do think that he was there. I mean, why else would there be a functioning subway train running around where there's literally no humans left?
Exactly. That same train could be the one where all the dead corpses are.
Yeah. And the second one I had in mind was like either Skywarp or Thundercracker being there. And the reason I say that is if you go back to Dark of the Moon and you look at the scene where Lennox and the soldiers are getting to the vantage points before they snipe out Barricade's eyes, R.I.P. Barricade's 4 eyes.
Yeah.
Before he came back in the last night, and he had him back. God.
But but I say that, but when you look, you actually see it's not one of the drop ships, but you see a different Decepticon. It looks like he has two jetpacks on his back, levitating upward, sort of how Starscream would. But it isn't Starscream because we know he's already dead.
Thundercracker, man.
Thundercracker.
Remember, we have a Dark of the Moon Thundercracker in Studio Series.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Do we not have a Skywarp as well, or is he another movie?
No, there was a Skywarp. One from Takara, and then there would have been one in our final wave that also would have had a regular space case and a Dark of the Moon blaster.
Yeah, the repainted Soundwave.
I still would have loved Blaster. Just seeing, they actually had a prototype, a finished prototype of him on display 5 years ago. I think it was at HasCon or something like that.
One sec, I'm just gonna read the chat. One, hello. Two, I'm really intrigued to see what glitches you got here. I know a few under my belt, so I'm really intrigued to see. So, this is gonna be quite the glitch. Lucas, I know I've showed you the glitch. I don't think I've shown, you, Hunt.
No, I don't think you have.
Alright, so basically, and Lucas can attest to this, because this was completely on accident. This happened during the last stream?
One of the last few, yeah.
Yeah. We were finishing up the Decepticon campaign. And then we played the Optimus boss fight. And it wouldn't bring you to the casino strip to fight Starscream. Instead, there was a beacon in Tranquility. And it was for the final mission of the Autobot campaign, which is Endgame. So you're fighting Megatron in the Decepticon campaign. And we, myself and Lucas, created like an entire alternate ending to the Decepticon campaign.
Yeah, where,
How did
starts
you...
out at the Prime.
How did you trigger that, I wonder?
I think it's because I have the cheats active in the emulator. Because I did G1... played as G1 Starscream. Right, I put the code in. And then what happened from there is that his robot mode colors were fine, but his vehicle mode colors were they were weird. It was just an all-white jet. And then what would happen is I would be playing as Shockwave, or a vehicle that uses Shockwave's model. But in the cutscenes, it would show up as G1 Starscream. Yeah, I'm actually gonna show it off right now. If I transform here, as you can see, the jet, it's just all gray. You know, there's no red, there's no blue. It's all gray. So that's how. I just thought it was like, oh, you know, I'm using G1 Starscream, so it has to do with that. And then we had the Autobot mission show up, and then that actually, yeah, here we go. Look at this. All of these are the Autobot missions.
Oh wow!
No, Endgame, Firefight, Downtown Blackout. So we can play any of these on the Decepticons. And then, what's even better is that, for the vehicle form, for some reason the beater automatically becomes green. But if we go down to where G1 Starscream would be, it's Skydive. And then to make it even better, too, if we go to choose location, we also got the Arctic here. And one more thing with this glitch, if you go to the character stats, you got Bumblebee as Barricade, Blackout as Jazz, Starscream as Ratchet, Ironhide as Brawl, and Optimus as Megatron. So there's a lot of potential with this. Unfortunately, it is a very unstable glitch, and it's the only one I know how to activate. But yeah. I don't know. I feel like I've been talking. You say something. Did I kill you guys by accident?
Oh no, you didn't. We're fine.
No, you're fine.
Um, I know with the Optimus fight and Starscream fight, you can glitch it with Create-A-Bot instead of Megatron. Yeah, this is not that glitch. This is something completely different.
I've never seen this glitch before. That stuns me.
Yeah. Oh, you want to know what we could do? We're gonna fight Ratchet at Skydive. We can do it. We can do it. Yeah, see, so now because I chose a vehicle mode, we got the normal Decepticon ones, and of course we got the Autobot HUD down here and the Decepticons up here. We're gonna play Ratchet Retaliation as Skydive. Yep, so there we go. There he is.
When G1 Starscream went to that gray and white jet, I wanted to say, "Oh no, it's the curse of the G1 errors."
No, this is the curse of an emulator.
Yeah, that's true.
It might be. But this is yeah, look at see. Like, you guys can attest to this. I'm playing as Skydive, fighting Ratchet right now. So the headcanon we came up with is that Skydive is an Autobot traitor, and when what's it called? So Skydive dies at some point, but G1 Starscream, who we're calling Emerp, because that's
Emerp,
prime, yeah, because that's prime backwards.
Originally, he was gonna be called Jason.
He could be called Jason.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, so yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll call him Jason. So Jason, Skydive dies by Jason's hands, and then once that happens, Optimus fights Megatron in the Decepticon boss fight. But instead of personally in my headcanon, Megatron doesn't actually kill Optimus in siblings rivalry. He knocks him out. He's about to kill him before Starscream shows up. So, Starscream shows up. He challenges Megatron. Except this time, oh wait, no. Skydive would have to be alive for this to work. So Skydive, Jason, and Megatron all together go to fight Starscream. Megatron kills Starscream and kills Skydive. Jason then goes to Optimus because he realized he screwed up. And so Jason and Optimus have to fight an Allspark powered Megatron to save the universe.
Awesome.
Yeah. Oh god, these guys are one shot. The helicopters? Am I the only one who thinks this G1 Starscream has a deeper meaning? Yeah, this is a deeper meaning. There was supposed to be more to this game now. There is so much to unpack here, to be honest. Yes, there is. Oh god.
Yeah, the shockwave theory of mine from the 2007 movie. Basically, so Shockwave was there the whole time, but was just he never like made an appearance, and like so basically you remember in like the heavy weapon mission in More Than Meets the Eye in the game where where it turns out Shockwave has the glasses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, Renzi was supposed to get the glasses from Sam, which he did, and then gave them to. But then obviously, like, he didn't get the glasses because Sam took them with him, and he was supposed to rendezvous with Shockwave somewhere and give them to him, but unfortunately, that never happened because he didn't get the glasses.
Ah.
And yeah, that's why Shockwave's just hidden in the first movie.
It's a pretty interesting theory, actually.
Mm-hmm.
That's quite scary as well.
Yeah. He's been here this entire time. That's why I found the image. I'll send it in the group chat once the internet connects to my phone. And I'll send it, and because he does show up in Revenge of the Fallen.
Yeah, I will say the Bayverse between the movies and the toys has had a lot of great and interesting Autobots and Decepticons. But I think the one Autobot name that did not age well at all. I think you know where I'm going with this, Prime. The one Autobot's name that didn't age well, that would have to go to Autobot Big Daddy, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, we've talked about this. We have.
I found what you meant. The Shockwave on the newspaper in one of the Devastator scenes. If you look really closely.
Yeah. That's why it explains
everything.
everything.
You just posted it in the chat.
Shockwave was in what was it? Revenge of the. He was in the 07 film, just in the background. He got caught by some humans, and then he got put on a newspaper in Revenge of the Fallen. It's all connected.
And Bumblebee, he was his G1 design. In 07, he had his 07 game design. In Revenge of the Fallen, he went back to his G1 design. And then in Dark of the Moon, he had his Dark of the Moon design.
That does line up. That really does line up. Because if you think about it, now, I know some people out there, they don't consider, like, the movie tie-in comics as canon. Me, I kind of do. And when you look at, like, Rising Storm, you can really see that at one point, Shockwave did have a somewhat G1 type of look. And then in Dark of the Moon, well, he has his look there. But it does really, that theory really does fit with that. Because that tells us that, you know, Shockwave's obviously been here longer. He's obviously changed his appearance more than once to try to stay on top of things and to basically better himself in case he ever came across any Autobots.
Both of those are plausible. It makes it even more, it makes it more connected if you treat Age of Extinction and The Last Night as its own alternate universe. Because, especially The Last Night retcons a lot of things that happened in the first 3 movies.
Oh yeah, like the Destroyed Chicago.
Yep. And like the Allspark and all of that. The creators.
The whole thing of, like, all the others being there in previous time periods.
Yeah, it just doesn't make sense. So if you treat The Last Night and Age of Extinction as its own separate universe... Actually, no, it's just The Last Night, because I think you can kind of squeeze Age of Extinction in there if you just squint really hard enough. But yeah, The Last Night is just a mess, and as if you don't consider that movie canon, then the continuity makes sense.
Would have been cooler. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, you go first.
I was gonna say it would have been cooler if, you know, in Age of Extinction, you know, I get that they were trying to go for kind of a reboot type of thing, but for those of us who were around for the first three, it would have been nicer if we got a little more closure, like on what happened with the other main Autobots. Because, I mean, if you think about it, if you look at the concept art for like Crosshairs, he originally, like his original design, headwise and all, looked like a complete new form for Roadbuster. So it kind of feels like they were gonna go with a little more for the Wreckers, and then they just ditched them. I mean, there was a lot of potential with the Wreckers, and they pretty much ditched them after one film.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I swear, but aren't they all dead?
Top Spin I think is alive.
Yeah, Topspin is alive,
Topspin's
but
alive,
for some
yeah.
reason he's
Leadfoot-
called Volleyball.
Yeah.
I thought got
Leadfoot-
killed by Cemetery Wind.
Yeah, and who knows what happened to Roadbuster.
Isn't Roadbuster still alive? Could have sworn he was in the last night.
No.
Yeah, that's a tricky one because I've heard some people say, "Oh, the Transformers in the background. One of them is Roadbuster playing volleyball." But I've gone back and looked at that again and again, and I do not see him.
Has it been confirmed that Sideswipe and Dino were killed?
Some people say that Dino showed up in the last night, but it's really hard to tell because he's kind of in the background.
If he showed up in the last night, he probably would have died anyway.
Well, I do have something, and I believe I can't remember what his channel name is now. It used to be Trans Theories.
Oh,
There was a
Theory Mess.
listing. Yeah, there was a listing a while back, several years ago, I think. Some of the Harold Attinger's cards from the movie Age of Extinction were put up for auction, and they did take some. They did take some digital photos of a couple of them in that set. One of them was Dino's card, but instead of having a red X over it saying that he had been killed, his was actually unmarked, a lot like Optimus and Bumblebee's. So that kind of gives somewhat of an indication that by the time of Age of Extinction, they still hadn't found him. But it still begs the question of where he is.
Okay, what about Sideswipe?
He was not among the deck, but there was a lot of. I remember seeing. I wish I could find it now. There was behind the scenes images from inside of the castle. Somebody took from behind the scenes. It looked like they were disassembling a gray Transformer, and a lot of people assumed it was Sideswipe. And then when it came to the Euro Tops trading cards, apparently Sideswipe was in that, and it stated that the Autobots would have seen footage of him being killed by Cemetery Wind, much like they did with Ratchet and Leadfoot.
Okay, yeah, he's definitely dead.
Yeah. He being able to turn into his mentor, blah blah blah. That's how the other Decepticons seem as he so loyal to Starscream. So the pet, Starscream being his pet. Could this be possible without mods? We're not modding. So, I don't know. That would have been cool if you were a Ratchet and he turned into a jet with colors. Yeah, it would be.
Joel's dead too. Got killed by
Joel-
Shockwave.
Yeah, Joel's been dead. You know, they forgot. You showed up for, what, 10 seconds?
Yeah. And then...
Was it... I don't think it
Alright,
was
what-
Sideswipe who was dead when they were speculating about Sideswipe being dead and he was being the one being torn apart. I mean, yeah, sure.
Breakaway, Silver Bowl, and Air are all dead.
Oh, those I think are just game specific characters.
Yeah, but either way, they're dead.
Yeah.
But I do agree with you when you say Mirage is still alive.
Sideswipe is a bit iffy.
Yeah. I mean...
yeah.
Go ahead. Sorry.
It even says on Google that Sideswipe was hunted down and killed by Cemetery Wind.
That's true, but
I mean, me personally, I take like some elements of like the comics and all, and considering them as part of the canon. When it comes to, because you mentioned Silverbolt and Air Raid, when it comes to the aerial bots and the Combaticon, I don't know if you recall, but in Revenge of the Fallen, there was a type of gift set with the Superion and Bruticus.
oh, was it
Kind of
those
like,
power core combiners?
it wasn't Power Core combiners, they were like repaints of like the Energon combiners. But my theory for that was like in the lore, the aerial bots came to Earth between Revenge of the Fallen and the events of the game, the Dark of the Moon game. But at one point, the two combiners got into a fight, and by the end of the fight, Silverbolt and Air Raid were the only two aerial bots that made it out from the combiner, and the Combaticons only
Oh, bro,
Onslaught
back.
Vortex made it out.
I'll be right
Yeah,
back.
because Vortex is the only one who died.
Yeah, but that would also explain how Onslaught's already on Earth in the separate timeline of the last night.
That is true.
Plus,
Then
that
how
would
they
explain.
how they form Bruticus
Go ahead.
is Brawl's dead.
Well, that's my thing. Well, I mean, come on. We all know that the Bayverse has a tendency to have one or two with the same name.
I like to think that it would be Bludgeon instead of Brawl.
Yeah. Honestly, I always
I'm
pictured
back.
the
Alright, welcome.
the combiner brawl. I always pictured it being like Tread Shot or something. Although I think there's what?
No, you go. You go.
There's one theory in the Bayverse I think we all would have loved to know more of, character-wise, and that's the mystery of the third twin. Like the third twin between Skids and Mudflap. Who was supposed to be the third twin?
Yeah. Well, then they're not really twins, they're triplets.
Well, yeah. Because not only was he canceled from Revenge of the Fallen, but in that alleyway scene where we have the footage of Skids and Mudflap's vehicle mode, apparently they were supposed to be chasing that same triplet because his vehicle, I don't know if the person who uploaded the video still has it up there. There was a video of the two chasing that vehicle and then it flipped on its side during the chase in that same alley. So it kind of makes you wonder, was he going to be joining the Dreads in trying to catch Sentinel? Or was it just something else?
Yeah, I've seen the designs of it.
It looks more like a Decepticon.
Yeah, it does.
It makes me think it would turn evil eventually if it was still in the film.
Well, we all know the reason why it was cut from the film.
How comes?
Because nobody liked Skids and Mudflap. That's why.
That's very true.
They show up in one scene in the background and that was it. Sentinel was gonna kill him. Instead, he only killed Ironhide.
Well, yeah, but they did technically still die.
They did.
And I think between the comics and the stop motion recreation by MP Cons on Skids and Mudflap's death scene with Ironhide is probably the closest we'll ever get to seeing how that would have played in the film.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
speaking of MPCons, uh, I'm guessing you all heard about the drama on Twitter last week. We got,
Yeah.
yeah, Transformers was trending on Twitter.
Yep, I remember.
Yep. Man. I'll ask before I say my thoughts. I think we already know what my thoughts are on it, but what are your guys' opinions on all of it? With
I mean, Orbital seems cool.
yeah,
Well, I'm gonna pull a quote from Rex in Toy Story on this one. I don't like confrontations.
Totally agree with you.
yeah.
I don't like confrontations.
Exactly.
Ah man.
I'll try and do this voice better.
I've never had a problem with Orbital. I mean, uh, I agree with some of his views that they are claiming. Most of the things that they're accusing him though, it's either they have very little evidence of it, or it's like out of context and like sarcasm. But yeah, like TFI, Emperor Kumquat, uh, Aleximus Prime, who's in charge of the Rise of Unicron. I don't know if you guys know about that project, the Rise of Unicron project.
As a Unicron, which one's that?
It's a continuation of the Last Night.
Oh, I'd love to see that.
Yeah. It was him, and then some people in MP Cons, his fan group, attacking the project to the point where people were leaving. Someone left the project, the Galvatron's Revenge, because they were attacking the entire group like personally. They even admitted to it too. There is a tweet saying, "Oh, so this is the person we're bullying and stuff." It's all messed up, really, and me personally, it's a shame that the fandom has come to this, like, where people are attacking other people in the fandom because they have different opinions, and that just goes for everywhere too. People having different opinions, and I've seen friendships be torn apart because someone doesn't have the same outlook as someone else. So it's a shame that this is what the fandom has come to. I'll let you guys speak now.
Yeah, it is a real shame, really.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, I myself, between working, between my job and, working on my own film, I wasn't even aware of any of this until, Prime. I remember you mentioning it to me, and I was completely caught off guard by all of it.
Mhm.
And like you said, it just, being a fan of Transformers for so long, and I've got to know a lot of great people in the community. It's just, it really disappoints me that it's getting to this point.
Yeah.
I always thought the Transformers community was one of the nicest as well.
It was up until recently.
Yeah. SMH.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of all that, I forgot. Uh, if you, I got a little Optimus thing I just put up on the screen there. Lucas knows what I'm talking about. Optimus Tatum.
Optimus Prime.
Yeah, Tatum is Prime. What color is your Matrix? Hmm?
Color is your Bugatti.
What color is your Bugatti, man?
Can't catch me. My drift is too fast.
We're doing glitches and Transformers.
Can't catch me. My drift is too fast. What color is your Matrix?
My Matrix is blue. What color is yours?
Red.
Ah, your Nemesis Prime, eh?
Yes. No, I'm not Nemesis. I'm Tatimus in disguise as Nemesis.
Ah. Have you...
Good friends with Nemesis, though. And
Hunter,
Shattered Glass
what-
Optimus.
What color is your Matrix, TFM Productions?
I'm just gonna say blue.
Got two rivals over here.
You want a piece of this? Hmm?
Well,
That's-
I'll take
that's-
what I could get.
That's what we need. We need, Tatimus Prime in Transformers the game. We'll get,
He's like a Tatimus Prime kind of fourth wall breaker character.
yeah. We'll also get, Megatron. We'll turn him into a tranny. We'll turn him into a tranny. So we got a very based guy, very anti-war guy.
Transformers.
Yeah. All of them turn into trains. Speaking of Transformers the game, Hunt, I believe you have an announcement to make.
Oh,
If you-
yes. So, outside of the Reimagine mod, Prime and I have actually been working on another campaign mod called Allspark Wars. We've been working on it for a while now. Still working on it, actually. And we really want it to be a really fun experience. And one of my favorite things about the mod is actually the idea of the hidden boss category. Now, in the free roam area of each levels. Now, not all of the levels, as far as the hidden bosses, are gonna be the same. Bear in mind, for the Autobot campaign, for example, there is a hidden boss being the Decepticon Jolt. Basically the Autobot crankcase drone repainted to resemble the purple and gray Jolt figure we got from 2008. And the way you encounter him, it depends upon which mission you go to. Whichever one of the 4 chapters you complete will determine where he spawns. This is mainly because some of these maps weren't made to where, similar to Demo Tranquility, where the drones could pop up at any given area, like around the gas stations or the neighborhoods or stuff like that. And Hoover Interior, there was only certain spots where we could get it to pop up and it could actually work. Am I correct, Prime?
Yes. Hoover Interior, The Last Stand, there, the Qatar, and I believe there's 1 or 2 more.
In the airbase, one of them?
Yes, Airbase is one of them. Actually, no, because we have the MiG drone that spawns in.
Oh, yeah. But some of the hidden bosses you'll get to see for the Autobot campaign, you'll get to have a hidden boss fight in Autobot level 1, Demo Tranquility, basically, against Thundercracker. And out of the hidden boss skins we've done, Prime, I gotta say, Thundercracker is still my personal favorite because you took the body type of the Autobot MiG drone and you repainted it to resemble Thundercracker from the PSP version. Like that turned out really well.
Thank you.
And it still haunts me every time I play as Bumblebee, and he still keeps doing the transforms to jet mode and drops back down. And every time I try to run off to find health, he keeps chasing me.
Oh yeah, that. Oh, that a special ability, man. That's special. Maybe a problem, all right. Maybe maybe might be a glitch, might be something wrong with the coding. We're just gonna shut up and call it a special ability.
I thought it was pretty funny. I'm trying to drive around to find health. I'd go around the corner thinking, "Phew, I'm out of his spawn area. He can't find me now." Out of nowhere, here he comes flying around the corner of the buildings. Oh crap!
Yeah. So yeah, that is a new mod that's gonna be coming out really soon. Hopefully.
Look forward to it.
Wait, what was that?
Yeah, I look forward to it.
Yeah. Oh man, it's been hard to work on modding lately because my schedule's been so jam packed. The only time I really have to mod is when I'm doing the modding streams. Lucas watches them. I don't know if you do.
I do when I try to watch them like when I'm at work and I see one pop up.
Yeah. So production has been a bit slower. It's just school has been really busy. I'm working to be a technician and an electrician at the same time.
It's been a lot of pay.
Yeah. Let's see, a technician, robotics engineer, and an electrician, all at the same time. So my schedule has been quite packed lately. As I said, I'm trying to get work on it as much as I can. And plus, too, I've also had some commissions coming in of people asking me, "Oh, hey, can you do this skin and that skin?" So it's I've had my work definitely cut out for me, and I gotta thank everyone for the patience for both mods.
That's calm.
Alright, shall we play an Autobot mission on the DS?
Let's do it.
Which one you guys want to do? I'll let you guys choose. You guys decide for me and I'll play.
Downtown Blackout.
Downtown Blackout?
Oh yeah.
I'll have you know, with the Autobot, when you play as the Autobot ones, it doesn't play the cutscenes. It will do that's a lie. No, it will show parts of cutscenes, but there's no voice lines to them. And you guys will see when I start the this mission. I almost said level. Yeah, see, just no voice lines at all. And I'll just have you guys know right now, this can crash at any moment. It's it is very unstable.
I mean, it is glitching after all.
This isn't supposed to. Also, some of these are not playable, like endgame. I don't think anyone has been able to beat endgame as the drone or vehicle you start off as in first level, like the very first car you unlock.
It's true.
What do you guys want to talk about now?
Would this be a good time for me to bring up, you know, my more about the project I've been working on?
Go
Sure.
ahead. Also,
All right,
before
so-
you start that, I know you're looking for G1 storyboard artists.
Yes. So,
Lucas over here makes some pretty good digital art. So, if you want, I know, didn't you send a message?
I think he did. Yeah, he did.
Trust me, I
Yeah,
know from
I-
experience he is pretty good.
Huh?
So first, I will say, there's two projects, animated film-wise, I'm planning on. First, I'll talk about the primary one. It is based on an original story that I've written myself over the last 5 years, called The Talesman Chronicles, Talesman, and it has been an honor working on that, especially because our first installment, and I know, for those of you out there that are DC Comics fans, this is going to hit you in the feels when I say this. We actually had the opportunity to work with Mr. Kevin Conroy on our project.
Shit.
He was the voice of Trent Williamson's father. Trent is the main character. Unfortunately, he was able to record some of his lines, but we were not able to. He was unable to finish in time. He was unable to record all of his lines, sadly, before he passed away. We're still working out the details of who's going to finish his lines for his character as a separate actor. And because that is not finalized, I cannot, for this live stream, say who it is. I cannot say who it is. But it is a fun experience. You will get to see a bunch of celebrities, cameos, voices wise. There's actually going to be at least one or two Transformers voice actors that will also be there. One of them is going to actually play a much larger role in the span of the entire trilogy. So I would definitely say, when you hear their voices, you'll know who I'm talking about.
Peter Gunn and Frank Welker.
I wish it was Frank Welker, but no.
Hey, you didn't deny Peter Cullen.
Nah. But it has been a lot of fun, and I think the way we wrote the story in regards to Mr. Conroy's character, I do think, because I believe our project was one of his final performances before he passed. So the way we've written it, I think a lot of people are going to find it a really touching tribute. And to the point that when it came down to some of the final moments with his character, and I'm recording a character that is the main character's brother, who's modeled after my personal best friend, who the film is also dedicated to. When it came down to the final moment with both their characters, I couldn't even get through it without crying while trying to record. So I think a lot of people are really going to love how it comes out.
Already excited for it.
Yes. And on a personal note, I will say my film poster that I had made for the film 2 years ago, I actually met Mr. Conroy in person at GalaxyCon in Raleigh. And we had our photo taken just before he signed the film poster with his autograph. So I'm definitely going to have both the photo and the poster framed now. And I am never going to let go of that. I can promise you that.
It's amazing.
Is there a poster we can find on the internet that can put up on the screen real quick? Or is
Yes,
that...
yeah. Let me pull it up. I gotta scroll through all the photo albums. Good grief. But the way we animate the characters, the way they're styled, those of you familiar with some of the old school Disney 2D animated films, we're trying to go with that kind of a style to give it a more traditional animated feel.
See.
And that is actually the poster right there.
Did you do that?
No. I had a seller through Fiverr that actually did that. But John 3.0, aka John Bailey, he is on our cast, and he is the voice of the villain for this film. He is not. It's not going to be the primary antagonist of the whole trilogy, but the more there may actually be a prequel to the first film, a mini prequel, so to speak. But you'll see how his character is kind of connected to the lore of the series, and especially to the main antagonist.
Looks amazing so far.
And besides the character Nicholas, I do voice one other character. I've already told Prime this story. We've had a few good laughs. There's one other character I'm voicing that has made me the center of laughing in the recording sessions. And that is the fact that I am voicing a talking cow. The entire time, whenever we go into a recording sessions, I'll go from talking as a director. As soon as I bring out this voice, that's what gets everyone laughing.
That's amazing.
Like, they'll all start snickering. There will be at least one or two people snickering during the session when I do that. And I'll turn around to catch them off guard. I'll go, "What are you laughing at? We're recording here."
Yeah, I remember you telling this story, and I think I had a few laughs too.
Yeah, but it has been quite a lot of fun.
Very emotional.
We're trying to get a few more voice acting cameos on board, and I'm hoping we can make this happen. I'm not sure if we can. I still haven't heard back from them, but we are actually trying to reach out and try to see if we can get Dan Aykroyd to be the film's narrator, but we haven't heard anything.
Wait, are you uploading this on YouTube?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, we'll be posting this on YouTube. I'm hoping there will be a teaser trailer out by the end of the spring. I'm not sure when the full film will be out. Initially, the way we were writing everything, I would have hoped that basically on June 30th last year, way before COVID hit, that's when I was planning for it to have been out. But then COVID hit, and it tightened things down. I had to get more people on board. And when I learned the passing of my best friend, as a way of dedicating it to him, we rewrote the entire first draft of the film and rewrote the entire script to try to incorporate that, because our initial plans, there would have been more inclusion with Trent and his brother, to where his brother Nicholas would have played a role throughout the trilogy. But because it was modeled after my best friend, and learning he had passed away in 2017, and I didn't find out till 3 years ago, I decided it was best for it to serve as a tribute to him, and rewrote the entire first film to sort of make it a way of a sort of to kind of serve as a tribute to him, similar to how those of you who are fans of the Ghostbusters would agree, saying that Afterlife was kind of a tribute to Harold Ramis's character. So it's kind of similar in that sort of way.
And also, the latest Black Panther movie, Wakanda Forever.
Oh
Yeah.
That being a tribute.
Read Chadwick Boseman. I haven't really seen that.
No,
I have not yet.
That's pretty good. Sorry to hear about your friend, by the way.
Yeah, it was very sad. Because before I learned he had passed, the saddest part, and this is one of the hardest things that many people who lose touch with their friends will have to admit, the hardest thing is going so many years without seeing them and then finding out something had happened. Because before he passed, the last time he and I saw each other in person was in 2011.
Okay, that was a long time ago.
Yeah.
I never knew he had moved away, and when he had passed, over the years, he introduced me to so many people as my friends, and I thought I could trust them the same as I trusted him, but when he passed, nobody came and told me. Nobody reached out, nobody checked in on me to see if I knew, and when it came to COVID, as soon as that started 2 years ago, first thing I saw, somebody on Facebook was sharing a post with him saying they wished he was still here. And your immediate instinct, you're thinking, okay, this can't be right. This can't be him. That's got to be someone else with the same name. And when I tried to reach him, his Facebook said that it was left up to celebrate his life. And at that point, my stomach sank. I couldn't believe it. I didn't want to believe it was true. And of course, the first thing, and this is probably one of the hardest things anyone's ever had to find, is when you go to look for a loved one to try to Google them, see if you can find a way to reach them, and the first thing you see is their obituary.
That is really sad.
Yeah, that hit me right at home.
They should have.
What?
They should have told you about his death. To be honest.
I know that's the unfortunate part, but in the years since, I've actually connected more with his family than before, and with permission from his family, the character Nicholas. Fun fact: we actually, using photo references of him, we made Nicholas modeled after him, to where it resembles how he personally looked. So in a way, it's kind of like him being included as part of the movie, even though he's no longer here.
It's a good way to honor his memory.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
This is going to be a very emotional film, especially for.
And yes, and especially the way he's included for those who are fans of Kevin Conroy and his work. The way his character is included, especially in his character's final scene in the movie, I will say it gets me emotionally now. because knowing he passed away, it just hits at a whole different volume now. I can't say what it is, but you'll know when you see it.
Yeah. You said you had one other film you were working on?
Yes. So, the other film. Okay, you can put the Kleenexes away now. The other
I'll put my
film,
Kleenex away.
the
I
other
brought the
project
Kleenex
we're
out.
doing, the other one we're doing is called Project 86. And for those of you hardcore G1 fans who have always wanted to work on a fan project, this call is to you. Project 86 is sort of my own spin on a fan edition of Transformers the movie. And it sort of expands upon some of the scenes where certain characters should have been included, expands upon the deleted scenes that would have added more to moments like in the Battle of Autobot City. In fact, one of the key details that I like is for some of the more Earth-based Decepticons from Season 3 being included in the film. And for that, we included Octane, Runabout, and Runamuck as being a part of that, as being a part of the Decepticon army during that battle. And the reason I decided that is because, well, we know during Season 3, Octane is regarded as sort of a veteran among the Decepticons, a lot like Soundwave and the others, even though we're only just seeing him. And Runabout and Runamuck are somewhat familiar with the Coneheads, even though by the time of Starscream's Ghost, that's the first time we've ever seen them. So I really felt with their Earth-based like modes that they would fit in that kind of a setting. And the other thing about it, Prime, you still here?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Where did Mask go?
I'm here.
Huh?
Yeah.
He's here. We're both.
Oh, okay. Sorry. When I looked at the name thing on top of the stream, for some reason, it had both your name and Prime at the top, but then at one point, it showed that only Prime's name was at the top, so I didn't know if something had happened.
We're still here.
Back to what I was saying. But one of my favorite parts about this is also kind of going off IDW's Transformers the Movie comics. We added in the missing combiners and Omega Supreme. So how that works is when the Autobot City battle first begins, we see the deleted scene where Hot Rod and Cup arrive at the command center where Ultra Magnus is arguing with Hot Rod to return to his post. And in that command center with him, at one of the main consoles, is Hoist and Red Alert. And that's when he tries to communicate with the Ark, which is where Silverbolt and Hotspot and their two teams are at, or stationed, along with some of the missing Autobots like Warpath and Power Glide. And we then see them engaging in a firefight with the Combaticons and the Stenicons. But as the Combaticons form Bruticus, that's when Superion comes into play and tackles Bruticus in sort of like rush for, sort of like a football tackle, so to speak. And Hotspot makes it clear to Magnus that they can't reinforce them because they have problems of their own.
That's good.
And plus, there's going to be scenes of. I know some hardcore fans out there will like this. One change we made is for those who were involved in the shuttle attack, we are going to make it writing wise to where at least 2 of the 4 survived.
And
We
Optimus
don't want to
survives
use
too.
all four surviving because, well, that would be favoritism.
Okay.
But Prowl will likely survive. And for the other, I'm having trouble deciding, but some guys that I've actually been working with, like a couple of people I talked with, some of them suggested that Ratchet should be the one that survives. I mean, considering, well, let's face it, by the time he gets shot by Megatron, Brawn has severe spine issues.
Mm-hmm. And Prowl died of vaping. If you guys have seen that joke. He's
yeah,
smoking.
the original version of that movie. Yeah, the movie itself. Some of those death scenes are deep, man. Sheesh.
Especially
Although, and if you've seen some of the earlier scripts, you would see how some of them were even worse. Like how when the Cyclonus, Galvatron, and the Sweeps returned back to Autobot City to attack, I read somewhere apparently when the Autobots are running to take cover, Gears and Windcharger were going to be attacked by the Sleeps. Gears would be killed in being shot from behind in a bombing run. And in that same bombing run, it would send Windcharger flying helplessly into the air, and Cyclonus would then just mercilessly fly right through him.
That, I feel like, would actually be kind of funny. I don't know why. Just seeing Windcharger flying up into the air, like being ejected from the earth.
And talk about Gone with the Wind.
Yeah.
Like vanish, like
kind of like that.
Yeah. And plus, like the moment where the Decepticons attack Unicron in retaliation, I will say, writing that has actually been very interesting because the way I have it envisioned. So this is what happens. We see Shockwave giving out the warning for the Decepticons to scramble because they're under attack. And in that same moment, Shockwave, he's in the control tower with Reflector, all three of them. And that's when the last thing they look and see is as they're shielding themselves, just as Unicron's hand clutches down on the tower, crushes it, and then just throws it behind him.
Shockwave's dead.
I mean, we all know in the movie he's dead. So, well, off screen. Yeah. He's killed off screen, kind of like Huffer.
Watch as he secretly actually went underground on Cybertron.
That is true. See, that's the thing. The other thing, Project 86, the reason I would have wrote for characters like Prowl and Ratchet to survive, that is because I was actually debating on sort of like a fan-made series, Generation 2. And that would have been sort of like a fan-made sequel series to the original G1.
Wasn't there already a Generation 2?
Well, that was just reruns. I mean, they had reruns of the original cartoon, but...
Yeah, we also had the comics of G2, but we don't really like those. I don't think...
Yeah, but it would have had, like, Shockwave would have returned. I know a lot of you are might get angry with this, so please don't get angry. But it would have used some of the Action Master characters. Now, wait a minute. Let me explain it before you start angry writing in the comments.
I'm messing with you, man.
But what would have happened is, in the episode, it would have explained, because we know a lot of Autobots are not on Cybertron, and by the time of Season 3, a lot more of them have shown up. We never know how, but they did. You can blame the writing for that. But the Action Master team, led with Rad as the commander. Boy, that's a real easy name, Rad.
Hello, Brad.
They were actually leaving Cybertron in search of Energon when they came across a crew of Decepticons led by Banzaitron extracting the nucleon mineral from the nucleon system. And they had intercepted them, but in the process of the battle, both of their ships were destroyed, and they were all stranded. Now, they attempted to utilize the nucleon as a type of new resource when their energon reserves ran out. But their continued exposure to the nucleon prevented them from being able to transform, which explains why when the Autobots and the Decepticons find their respective teams, that's why we don't see their vehicle modes at first.
See.
And it would have been interesting because throughout the series, we would have seen more of a power struggle between the Nebulons on the Decepticon side and Galvatron. Considering that we can kind of see at the end of Rebirth that Galvatron and Zarek were on uneven terms. And I thought we could have at least expanded on that to show that, Galvatron continues to try to maintain his dominant leadership of the Decepticons, while Zarek is trying to basically undermine him without his knowledge.
That would have felt more convenient, to be honest.
Yeah.
You said convenient?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would have felt a lot more convenient, yeah.
I mean, and plus we would have put in some of the Micromaster characters, not in the small scale, but to make them the same size as the average Transformers. I mean, some verses make them I can't even talk. I've been talking so long. God.
Oh, no, you want me,
but some series actually state that they've made them the same size as an average Transformer, so... Or that they started off that way. I don't know. I haven't read the comics that much lately.
They just ended with Shadowglass 2, and that's the final issue from IDW.
Ah, man.
Yeah. I know you said you've been talking for a while.
I'm out of breath. Somebody else go.
Alright, I think the best way... This is gonna take a while. The last mission we're gonna play is Endgame on the Decepticon side. Because that's difficult. I haven't been able to beat it. I'll try it a few times. Probably won't get anywhere. Yeah, here we go. We're fighting Megatron in the Decepticons game. Only the emulator wasn't dying. So I got a studio series, The Fallen, recently.
Oh no.
Pretty fun figure, if I do say so myself. There's no way I'm gonna beat this.
Wait, so you got the Fallen?
Yeah.
Oh, man. I haven't even found him yet.
Amazon, man.
I'm the one who's still looking through Walmart going, hey, so you got any of the Cosmos? Talking about the Velocitron line. That's
That's
the
right.
one figure from Velocitron I've not found anywhere is Cosmos.
Last time I went to Walmart, there was like a bunch of Velocitron figures. The Transformer shows are usually like barren. All of a sudden, come Christmas time, the shows are full of figures.
I know, it kind of feels like the way it is in my area, most nine times out of 10, all you see is Burnout or Road Rocket or Blur on the shelf. You hardly see Override, you hardly see Road Hauler or Scourge, and you never see Cosmos.
That's more than what I see. I barely see any figures. Most of them are just either red figures or the Cyberverse gimmicky figures.
So, funny story. I know we mentioned that one Autobot with a, shall we say, definitely a not well aged name. So, when it comes to the Movieverse figures, I didn't get his figure before, and my ex girlfriend, she actually went out. She would get me Transformers from time to time, and the funny thing is, she once went to a comic store, saw it with his missile launchers and the missiles, as well as the cyber key. And so she says, I got you a Transformer. I said, oh, really? Which one? And I wasn't familiar with his name at first. So the first thing of all the things she says, and I know both of you are about to laugh when I say this, because I was caught off guard when she turns around and says, I got you, Big Daddy. I'm like, excuse me?
Yeah, that's what every girl you want to show up at your house say. You want
Is Big Daddy an Autobot or a Decepticon?
to leave.
Like, that caught me off guard. I'm like, wait, excuse me? And she goes, no, it's an actual character name. I'm like, you're joking. And then I looked it up and saw that. I'm like, well, that is the one name that Hasbro probably regrets.
Oh, no. Yeah, have you ever heard of Erector?
Oh, yeah, that's the number one. That's the number one they probably regret.
Wait.
Like, there is an actual Autobot named Erector. That's not even joking.
We need Erector for president. Oh, I hope that people can clip the stream after we're done streaming.
I like how as soon as you say that, that's the moment that the rookie gets killed.
Yeah. This.
I hardly noticed that.
Erector for president. I'm not putting up with this.
Oh, that was that. Oh God, that was amazing.
Watch, that's going to be something that some people in the comments will start using now.
Here you go.
I will clip that.
Somebody clip that.
Live chat, replay. I'm trying to find it.
If somebody actually wrote that, I'm going to laugh.
Oh God, that's funny.
Okay, so you guys are going to keep laughing, but I kid you not, I do actually have the original Micromaster Erector in my collection now.
Oh man.
That's probably the weirdest thing to say about the collection. I have Optimus, I have Megatron, I have a mini Erector. What?
Have you guys seen the rope? Oh no, I think the game crashed.
Oh no!
Oh
God, what? I kind of saw it coming.
Yeah, as I said, this glitch is very unstable.
God, look what happened to the group chat.
What is the group chat even saying? I'm curious now.
There hasn't been
Have a look.
the live chat hasn't gone off in a while.
No, I mean the chat we're on.
Yeah, the one we're on right now. I'm looking at it, the group chat. Oh, that's funny. I've seen that.
Put it on the screen.
Yeah, I'll put that on the screen right now. Let's try and get our ships demonetized, boys. Oh,
Yeah.
there we go. We're getting
As many times as we use the name Erector, watch this stream's gonna be demonetized now.
Oh
You
god.
get too bad.
Have you guys seen the no, I almost said Hasbro. YouTube has been heavy on videos lately. Like they put in some new policy and so now they're like you cannot swear in a video within the first 10 seconds, I think.
Oh, when they're they're gonna have a field day with my movie then.
Oh god. The first word of the movie is the N-word.
Oh no. It's not that, but
It's close.
there is a couple times you'll hear the word damn. You'll hear the S word.
I think it's as long as it's not like every other word. Like if it's scattered around like once or twice,
Oh god.
then it's fine. Oh god, what?
Oh god. I look back
Exactly.
up at the stream on my phone and the first thing I see is an image of Erector.
I don't even think his name is Erector. Now we got
Erecticon.
yeah. Now we got Big Daddy on the screen. 07 Big Daddy.
Should have just called him V for short, because remember the WWE wrestler Big Daddy V.
Yeah. No.
Probably
It's not Big Daddy V. It's Uncle Bobby B.
Uncle
This is
Bob.
Uncle Bobby. Can we make this
Oh,
Uncle Bobby?
No, dude, the wrestler from WWE, Big Daddy V.
That's right.
Yeah, they
So
could just call him V for short, and if he was actually in the film, we could just base his entire personality off him.
Yeah, dude, we need to turn this figure specifically into Uncle Bobby B. Can we do that?
I heard,
it's Uncle
I
Bobby
I know they actually made a smaller version of his character in Earthrise, and they're calling him Daddy-O now.
Daddy-O.
It's either because of copyright or because
Probably because of copyright, yeah. They probably couldn't get his original name back.
I wonder why.
Yeah, if I were them, I wouldn't have fought for it.
Mm-hmm. Hold on, was it?
Daddy-O.
Wait, what does that say? That blue circle right there.
Only if...
Only at Walmart, yeah.
Oh
I think we're
man.
going to Walmart in the UK.
Yeah. I remember, because I actually, a little off the record, I do actually work there.
Walmart.
Yeah. And I remember the one time when Transformer The Kingdom line Wave 1 came out, I'm at one of the smaller ones, like the grocery store ones. And for the toys section, we actually got a shipment of the Kingdom line Wave 1 by mistake when we weren't even supposed to get them at all.
Is that why, like, during Wave 3, I would see Wave 3 figures with Wave 1 figures?
That might be why, because some of them, I don't know. Some of them are still sitting on, like, I don't know. Some of them still have the Kingdom figures, and some of them don't. I don't know.
Yeah, because I know this isn't the same Walmart, and I believe we live in two different states, but
Yeah.
When Kingdom was around, now it's just Legacy. I find Wave 2 at Target, Wave 1 at what's it called, at Walmart. But during Kingdom, I remember because I would find like Waspinators and Shadow Panthers alongside Paleotrexes and Trax and Black Arachnia, Cheetor. And I thought it was just because Hasbro screwed up distribution, because that's the whole thing. I mean, take a look at Legacy Wave 2, I think it was, where their distribution was all screwed up. It's been screwed up, but
Heck, I'm
yeah,
still on wave 3. I'm still trying to find dead end all over the place.
I got all the figures I wanted in 2022. I got um I got the box set, the 15th anniversary box set for the 2007 movie. I got Legacy RC, Legacy Bulkhead, Legacy Knockout, Velocitron Scourge. Um, I got there's one. I got Studio Series The Fallen, and I also got the Lego Optimus Prime, and that's all the figures I got, and I'm quite happy with what I got. I know.
Yeah, I've gotten a lot of what I wanted. There's still some certain ones that I want to find. Dead end.
Cosmos.
And Dead End and Cosmos.
The Cosmos is going to be harder for you to find than Dead End.
Yeah, I know.
Just go to
Most
your
people
local
are
Target.
charging $60 to $80.
Go to your local Target and you might find it. That's where I found Bulkhead and Knockout.
I didn't get any Transformers, but I did get figures from Sonic 2.
Oh,
Still cool.
movie?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Which is still cool, because I love Sonic the Hedgehog.
I've played a few of the games of Sonic, but never.
Ones.
They're the iPhone games, So I got Sonic 1 and Sonic 2. You can get them on like the App Store.
You mean Sonic Dash, right?
No, I think this is like the original Sonic. They ported over to the phone. Your iPhones and your Androids. So I got Sonic 1 and Sonic 2.
That's awesome.
Yeah. It's the original Sonic the Hedgehog for the Sega Genesis. And then I also got the second game. So.
The one with Sonic and Tails.
No, this one you can play as Sonic. There's like 4 different types. You can play as Sonic, Sonic and Tails, just Tails, or Knuckles.
Sonic and Tails, just Tails or Knuckles?
Sonic, Tails, or Knuckles?
Which game did you say again?
It's I don't know. There's like the Green Hill Zone. I want to say it's the first one.
It's the first one. That's Green Hills.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, because it has Sonic. Yeah, Sonic and Tails, just Tails, and then Knuckles. And those are the 4 options of gameplay. I usually go for Sonic and Tails because you get that second partner.
Yeah. Can't you play as just Sonic as well?
Yeah, you can just Sonic, just Tails, just Knuckles, or Sonic and Tails. Yeah.
There's a Sonic the Hedgehog 2 Heroes, which is a hack for Sonic 2, where you get to play as Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles.
Oh, man.
The Sonic the Hedgehog 2 story. You should check it out sometime.
I should. I love how for like the past 10 minutes there's just been the image of Big Daddy 2007 Big Daddy on the TV.
I can't really find the Studio Series 2007 5-pack on Amazon.
Really?
Yeah, I can't.
They must have sold out. I would if you haven't gotten the original 5 of like any assortment, like Studio Series or the original 07 figures, I would highly recommend it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got I've got like non-studio series figures of the original 5.
Yeah, those are pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have them displayed. I have a bookshelf, and they're just all filled with Transformers figures. And on top of that bookshelf is the box set, and it looks great up there. They can fight against my Studio Series 2007 Megatron and my Bone Crusher.
It's amazing.
Yeah,
That'll be a good fight, actually.
all 5 Autobots versus Megatron.
And Megatron was already too much of a powerhouse in the first movie.
Yeah,
Just have him like taken down by all 5 of the Autobots. Then the 5th movie, it'll be like every single last past Decepticon fighting Nemesis Prime because Decepticons get weaker and weaker, but the Autobots get stronger and stronger as the films go on.
yeah, that is the case.
Yeah, kind of think of it. I didn't think of it that way. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the all 5 Autobots would maybe stand a chance against 2007 film.
Megatron.
If it was all 5 of them attacking together, then yes, they would stand a chance.
Oh wait, what about okay? '07 Megatron versus the Fallen versus Sentinel Prime.
Oh God. Well, Sentinel would be eliminated easily.
Yeah, he would be taken down pretty fast.
Yeah, and then it just comes down to the Fallen and Megatron. You might say that the Fallen is weak, uh, which actually isn't true. He is actually quite powerful. The movie just displayed him poorly.
Even I thought he was really powerful.
Yeah. So I guess that just comes down to personal preference.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one thing about the Bayverse that I think a lot of people could agree upon. I mean, when it comes to characters like the Fallen, when you look at like how he's portrayed in the comics or the novels, he's written to where he's supposed to be way stronger. But then in the actual film, compared to how Megatron was in Transformers 1, he's made to be weaker than Megatron. Like that's the one problem I have was how characters like him got mistranslated between the outside material and then to the movie.
Yeah, it's why there's this one stop motion series that I've really enjoyed. I don't know if you guys have heard of it. It's from Maxwell Prime Productions. You have Transformers Ultimatum, and then you have the prequel, which is Transformers Premonition. He just showed some screenshots of the prequel to Premonition, which is Dynasty of the Primes, which will show off the Fallen's origins, because the Fallen is the big bad of Ultimatum. If you are not a fan of really how the characters are portrayed in the Bayverse, I would highly recommend watching uh, his series, because it's kind of like the movies just taken on a different story. So the two think of it like um, the 2007 film is Premonition, right? And then Revenge of the Fallen is Ultimatum. So
And Dark of
they
the Moon.
Dark of the Moon is gonna be I don't even know if it's happening, but Ultimatum Volume 2. Dude, this guy got like the Fallen is like quite powerful and quite mischievous at that. He's also bringing in Bludgeon. Bludgeon showed up in the post-credit scene of Premonition because that just wrapped up. And then it was teased. Oh wait, yeah, it was teased that at the end of Ultimatum, Predaking. He's bringing in Predaking, and so he's gonna be the next big bad. Like he's like a dark side Thanos kind of character.
Sick.
Um,
Yeah, if you guys haven't watched it, I would highly recommend watching his content. It is really good.
It's just
As he,
ultimatum and premonition at first.
as he casually spoils the post-credit scene.
The post credit scene doesn't mean much in terms of like what happens in the story. It's just a tease for later. And actually, no, because Bludgeon shows up in the actual series. I should probably stop talking about it. Just go, if you have the time, go and watch it. It's great. It's actually inspired me for some stuff too, like for my stories. The ones I want to tell in the future, because we have reimagined all Spark Wars. We have the stories all figured out for those. But there's a few ideas that I kind of are inspired from for future projects that I feel like would work. Well, lurk. It would work really great in a mod form.
We we play some Transformers the game or something.
I was actually gonna wrap up the stream because we just got this image of Big Daddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll play. I'll do some modding off screen with you guys.
Okay.
All right. So here's the wrap up time. Anything you guys? Any final words from you guys before we end the stream?
Uh,
Um,
go first.
let me
We
think.
didn't think this out. We thought out the beginning. We didn't think out the ending.
Uh, well, when it comes to terms of Transformers names, I think, I think there is, I think there is but one thing to say when it comes to naming characters like Erector and Big Daddy.
Mm-hmm.
To quote that one character from Star Wars, I want to go home and rethink my life.
That quote was from a Star Wars character.
Yes?
You're gonna have to send me the scene.
Yeah, me
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, I'm gonna send you that. It's from Attack of the Clones.
Why do I not remember that?
I got a little something to end the stream for as well.
Oh, you do?
If you, yeah, Transformers creators, or any creators for that matter, if you want names for your characters in the future, I am Michelangelo the Ninja Turtle. He's the best with names.
Ah, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, Michelangelo's the best with names.
All right. Well, I guess it's my turn to say my final things. So my final words for this stream is gonna be vote Erector for president. Oh,
Big Daddy for world leader.
yep.
Oh no.
Big Daddy for world leader and Erector for president of the United States of America. I'll see you guys in the next stream.
And we're out.